fifth graders, Mrs. Hales here with day 2 of our Zentangle leaf project. Today our goal is to get those leaves outlined with black Sharpie if you haven't, and to finish going over all your patterns with black Sharpie. And if you would like, and you have the option to add watercolor paint to the background, that is also our goal today. So we have a lot to do. I'm gonna just really quickly show you how to add like a kind of a tie-dye blended effect to the background around your leaf if you want to do that. And then you're gonna have the rest of the time to work. If you have not outlined all of your pencil lines with Sharpie, you need to do that. And think about what areas you want to color black and what areas you want to leave white. In the end, when you have your final design finished, you want the amount of white and the amount of black to look balanced. In other words, you don't want there to be a lot more black or a lot more white areas. So be thinking about that when you're coloring in areas with black as well. If you have time, and once you've finished going over all of your pencil lines with black Sharpie, then you can get out the watercolors and a brush and a water cup, and you can paint the background around your Zentangle leaf. Let me show you one possible way you can do this. You don't have to do it this way. Okay, so this is kind of a tie-dye effect. It's called wet on wet watercolor technique. I smeared a little bit of my black ink because I didn't use Sharpie for all of my black, but you're using Sharpie, so yours won't smear. So I'm gonna wet all of the paper around my leaf, so the background, and then I'm gonna wet each of the warm colors that I want to use on my watercolor palette. So that includes the 2 different reds that I have, yellow, gold, and orange. Remember, warm colors are fall colors, so think brown and tan and gold and yellow, orange, and red. Okay, so I wet my paper all around my leaf, and now I'm gonna take kind of blobs of each color and just put paint sections kind of random and organic, and then where those colors meet, they're going to blend or bleed together. It's okay to leave some small areas white. Don't feel like you have to paint every area in. I think this looks a little bit like tie-dye, and it's really hard to control the paint and where the color goes. You just kind of have to let it blend and let it happen. Let the magic happen on its own. Make sure you're using, like if you use a dark red, make sure you're using that color in more than one area so that your colors are balanced. I tried to balance out and use all of my 5 colors each in 2 different areas. Your paintings are gonna be really drippy, and that's okay. Just carry them carefully to the drying rack or set them carefully aside. All right, 5th graders, that's all for today. Make good use of your time. Remember, you don't have to add color to the background if you don't have watercolors or you don't have enough time, but you do need to go over all your Zentangle pattern pencil lines with Sharpie. All right, I will see you next class.